night. That is right, brothers. I wasted $30 on this game. This is the Persona 4 gang. Welcome to Persona 4.
Persona 4, dancing all night.
Well, damn, anyway, you kind of said it for me. Welcome to Persona 4 Dancing All Night. In Persona there's two primary modes, story mode and free dance. Oh, there's DLC now. Okay, I see how this goes. Okay. Let's check out the free dance real quick. In free dance, you can enjoy the rhythm and gameplay with difficulty track of. Yes, let's play the tutorial. I played the demo of 3 and 5.
Hello, everyone! Professor Teddy here. While Sensei and the others are learning their steps, we ought to try some dancing too. Let's start with the basics. Press the buttons to match your timing with the flying notes.
Oh my god, I'm still gonna love this.
You get the idea? All right, your turn now. Feel the rhythm and press those buttons.
Alright, thanks, Teddy. So far, so good.
That's how you do it. Okay, time for lesson 2. Sometimes you'll see rings that look like this. Those are scratches. For these, you just flick the left to right analog stick. Even if you mess these ones up, it doesn't count as a mistake, so don't stress out over them. When the ring overlaps with the outer circle, just move the stick in any direction.
Fever.
Wait a sec, that last one looked kind of funky, right? This is called a fever ring. They're pretty much like scratches. But if you get enough of them right, your dance is gonna go into fever time. All kinds of good stuff happens in fever time, so get it whenever you can. Now, last up is how to clear the stage and win. This hype gauge here tells you how much the audience is enjoying the show. Depending on how good your dancing is, it'll change, like this. If the audience's excitement gets too low, then that's it. Show's over. And even if you dance to the end, you'll only win if the audience had a good time.
Oh, damn.
Psst, one more thing. If you get fever time when the audience is hyped up, something very good might happen. Alrighty, now let's bring it home. Bust a move!
I guess I'm gonna have to be doing this.
Yeah, you got the hang of it, and that's it for tonight's lesson. Till next time, everybody!
Let's do that when we're doing the story.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Seems good.
Let's go easy and let's do dance.
I got this.
I think just to start it out.
I'll do this. Just you watch.
Woo! Give us a great show!
Here's another one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is getting kind of overwhelming. Fuck.
That was so close, too!
Shut up, Teddy.
Huh? What's wrong?
You serious?
Huh? What's wrong?
That was so close!
Okay. Alright. Okay, that ended badly. Just go with story mode for now. In story mode, you can enjoy the story of Persona first select modes. Free dancing. I am a beginner. Ah, yes. So there's a story. There's always a story mode to this, and well, here we are. This is based off after what happened.
We'll contact you individually with your results after some time.
Thank you, sir.
Take care now.
Thanks for everything. Thank you for staying so late. Thank you so much. See you. Please excuse me.
Jesus.
Thank you for everything. We'll get back. Oh, good luck. I'm rooting for you too.
This should be a warning. This does contain a bit of suicide in this scene.
Yuko-san?
What the? Was that a scream?
It was from the studio. Hey!
What?
What's going on?
So, what you just saw was an idol that committed suicide. I think it was because of too much stress.
When you look at some website at midnight, there's this weird video that plays on its own. It's hard to really make out much at first, but you can totally see this idol who should be dead dancing in it. When you watch the video to the end, supposedly you get taken away to the other side, and you never wake up.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Only those who have forged a contract can enter this room. This room... Sorry, it's been so long since I heard those words. This place exists with a dream... Mind and matter... Fuck it. Oh, this is Margaret. When you awaken, you are greeted with an unfamiliar sight. The floor, the walls, even the ceiling, everything in the mysterious room is colored a deep ultramarine. Before you sit a similarly. Oh my god, I am dyslexic.
Oh, welcome to the Velvet Room. Don't worry, this is merely a dream. The you in the real world is sound asleep.
Yep.
Having said that, you're no guest of this room.
I don't know who we're playing as in this one. She fixes you with piercing stare. as if appraising you before continuing on.
Perhaps you've gone astray in your dream and wandered into a realm beyond your ken. This is the Velvet Room.
A place that exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. She's always wanted to say that.
Normally, only those who have agreed upon some
Some
form of contract
may come here. Oh, sorry. After saying so, she turns her gaze downward, as if contemplation.
But nothing meaningless happens in this room. If you are here, there must be a reason for it. Very well. I'll use this as an opportunity to tell you of a guest we once hosted here.
The woman before you straightens her posture slightly, then faces you directly. It seems she's going to tell you a story about someone other than yourself. Who does she intend to tell you about?
Yes, I know just whose story to relate.
Well, you only had one guess.
This is the tale of an unforgettable guest who kindled within my heart a flame that none of our countless visitors could match.
How many people did you have?
I knew him as Yu Narukami.
And she's treating him like some sort of ex-boyfriend.
In overcoming a terrible ordeal that befell a certain town, he formed an irreplaceable bond with his friends.
Oh, I need to tell you. Persona 4, it's about you play as this guy named Yu Narukami, you have just moved into Inaba, a small country town. You are from the big city. Now, once you arrive, strange things start happening. A lot of murders start going around. And you and your friends are trying to find out who it is, and trying to save everyone that's been captured.
The power of their bond supported them through every trial, even when facing an adversary with inhuman powers.
They are talking about shadows. Also, how they, there's another person who usually helps you out in this case. His name is Igor. I don't know if you'll see him in this, but he has a long nose, gray hair, looks like a goblin, and no, not me. They help by fusing personas, or in this case would be cards, tarot cards, and they help you fuse them to make even better, stronger personas so you don't die.
They remained undaunted throughout. You seem perplexed.
Not really. I've actually known. I know
I'm not
this.
Surprised. You could have no notion of what I'm speaking of, after all. In that case, I will show you a glimpse into the story after they overcame their ordeal.
This is after they solved who was doing the murders. And I can't tell you because that's spoilers, and you're gonna have to figure it out yourself. Well, if you can watch someone else play it. When the woman raises her hand, a brilliant light slowly floods your surroundings.
To be clear, this is not the story of the ordeal they faced.
No, this is after.
One might think of it as a festival that they performed in, at the risk of their own lives.
So, in the game, your character doesn't actually talk. But in this one, your character does. Yep, that's our guy, Yu Narukami. Production company Takara Productions, practice studio. About half a year has passed since we solved the case and took the place in the peaceful rural town of Inaba. Summer vacation has been over for a while, but the heat still clings. Today we had come to a certain production company's office for a particular purpose. Taka Productions, lesson studio.
Rise-san's very late. It's past time for our lesson already.
Upon saying so, Naoto looks up at the clock on the wall. Naoto Shirogane. She's an upperclassman and 1 year younger than me, but she's a detective, a 5th generation of the distinguished Shirogane family. When I first met her, she had problems with how others saw her, and presented herself as an adult man. Now, though, she's shifted away from that. I nod to Naoto before taking out my own cell phone, scanning the blacklit screen.
No text or voicemail from her. What about you?
Me neither, it seems. I wonder if something happened.
Something good.
But in that case, I think you'd be the first one Rise-san would contact, Senpai.
Rise Kujikawa. She's an underclassman and a year younger than me. Like Naoto, she's a teen idol famous across Japan, working under this company, Takara Productions. Just like Naoto, she had her own issues to deal with. When we first met her, Rise had been on hiatus from her work as an idol. However, the year we spent together helped her grow, and she's currently in the midst of making her comeback in showbiz. Actually, Rise's comeback is essentially the reason ordinary high school students like us are here in the first place.
Should I give her a call?
No, we can wait a little longer. Her work schedule is tight to begin with. It's us who are imposing on her time. Or, rather, it's me.
My finger hovers over the call button, but I stop at Naruto's words and put my cell away into my pocket. It's true, Rise must be very busy. It may be better to wait a bit longer and see what happens. Just as I'm thinking this, Naruto moves on to another conversation topic.
This still seems so hard to believe. For me, of all people, to be standing in a production studio awaiting dance lessons.
I couldn't have pictured it either, if it wasn't for Rise's comeback performance.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. They're calling it LMB for short, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a momentous occasion. I've heard TV crews will be there on the day of the concert.
That's right, we'll be participating as backup dancer in the performance of LMB, the debut show for Rise's comeback. Of course, Rise aside, we're all just amateurs. We're going to need a lot of practice before we can handle a real show. So far, our practice has been extremely rigorous, and it's still continuing on now.
Ballroom dancing I could have managed, but I'm entirely useless at this. I felt much more at ease fighting monsters in a strange world than I feel here.
Oh man, I'm super late. I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Rise-san! Oh, thank goodness you're all right.
My last meeting just wouldn't end. Were you two waiting long?
Oh yeah, we can also... We were not that long. That sounds tough. Not that
It
long.
wasn't that long.
Really? I was pretty late, so I figured you'd be mad.
I am mad.
We don't hold it against you. With the music festival right around the corner, you must be overwhelmed with all the preparations. After all, it's not just we two you've been supervising. I've heard that you're making time to give lessons to the others in Inaba as well.
As Naruto says, we aren't the only ones, not the only ones of our friends who will be participating in this Love Meets Bond festival. The members of the investigation team, which is our crew, our friends who have helped solve countless cases in distant Inaba, will be performing at the festival as well. There is a few, yeah. Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy. Even now, the 8 of us are practicing our dance moves daily. Though Rise is busy with work, she has been going back and forth between here and Inaba to help our friends in the country.
Well, everyone's pitching in to help me. Senpai, Naoto-kun, my friends in Inaba. I want all of us to be our absolute best on stage, so I'll do whatever I can to help achieve that. But man, the festival producer's been a real pill about it. Just a minute ago, she was going on and on about throwing our money away on amateurs.
Jesus.
It was like I wasn't in the room. I was seriously seeing red. We'll show her. We're gonna pull this off whatever it takes, and then she'll see how amazing all of you are.
You're a true professional. My hat is off to you.
You know it. So you can't slack off either, Naoto-kun. Come on, let's get this rehearsal start.
Oh, a knock on the door.
Oh, good. All 3 of you are here.
The studio door opens, cutting off Rise's words. The man poking his head through the doorway might be the only other friendly face here besides Rise in this unfamiliar studio.
Inoue-san, what's up? Wait, is that you, Nozomi? Oh my gosh! Hey girls, it's been forever!
Oh no. The man called Inoue gives a smile and enters the room we're in. There are a number of girls behind him, but I don't recognize any of them.
I'm sorry to interrupt your practice, Yu-kun and Naoto-kun.
It's...
Rise-san's manager.
Could you spare a moment of your time? There are some people I'd like to introduce you both to. They're another idol group with Takara Productions.
Oh,
They'll be
Economy
performing at
Kitchen.
L&B too. Allow me to introduce Nozomi Nakahara, Tamami Uesugi, Sumomo Ujima, and Tomoe Sayama. These are the next generation of idols, following in Rise-chan's footsteps.
They're Rise's juniors. The 4 girls are clearly all part of the same group. Smile at us dressed in matching costumes. This isn't good. I'm not an expert on the showbiz world to begin with, so there's no way I'd know about them. Is it rude to tell actual teen idols to their faces that I don't know them? If Yosuke were here right now, things would be different. However, backup comes from an unexpected place. Naoto is the one to speak up. Previously lost in thought next to me.
I've seen them on TV before. As I recall, they're members of Kaname Kitchen.
Yep.
Wow, Naoto-kun, that's right. You sure do your homework on this stuff. But it's just you 4? Where's Kaname?
Oh, she's the 5th member.
Kanami-chan's doing PR right now for her solo photo book that's out soon.
Kaname Kitchen. I recall hearing that name. I see they're the members of that group. If I remember right, they're a popular idol group made for the center of Kaname Mashida, another one of Rise's juniors. The four girls Inoue-san brought here make up the Kaname Kitchen, minus Kanami-san herself right now.
You know, Inoue-san, you've been pushing Kaname too much lately.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think having her take on every job she's offered is a good thing.
You don't mince words, do you, Tomoe-chan?
Well, I have to be direct. LMB is just around the corner. Do you understand that even now we're behind on rehearsing?
Oh, I do. Trust me. I know how big that event is going to be for your group.
Hey, I want to do photo book work too. I want to model lots of outfits like cute swimsuits.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Sumomo-chan, just calm down. If a job like that comes in, I'll make sure you get a crack at it.
I'm getting cold. Sorry about that. Tomoe-san gives a weary sigh as Sumomo-san clings to Inoue-san like a pouting child. Jesus Christ, idols. They're supposed to be Rise's juniors, but I can't get a read of any of their actual ages. It's a little baffling. You and me both. How old are you actually? If I be speaking directly to them, how polite should I be? While I'm thinking over, Naoto, who seems startled by their presence in a completely different way, mutters somewhat taken back.
This is a bit overwhelming. It's like being in a room with 5 Rise-sans.
What? Am I that much like them? Is that what you think of your coach?
Oh, no. That wasn't my intent at all.
So this guy's Yu-san? Huh.
If I recall Inoue-san's earlier introduction, the aggressive girl must be Tanami-san. Tamami-san. Sorry, I'm retarded. After walking over towards us, she looks into my face and stares intently at me. Did I do something to offend her? What is it? Nice to meet
I
you.
knew Narukami. It's nice to meet you.
Whoa, listen to this guy.
But what the hell's wrong with me?
Aren't you a tad too composed? You seem way too cool. I don't like it one bit.
Well, fuck you.
Jeez, there she goes again. I'm sorry, Senpai. She's always quick to pick fights with anyone and everyone.
A tsundere. So, I see, so that kind of girl she is. When I nod at Rise's words, Tanami-san dramatically points at me. What now?
Just you wait, Yusan.
Oh,
the
Jesus.
next time I see you, I'll have a herd of boys with me. All of them better and dreamier than you. It'll
Cool.
be a boy trail that goes so far back you can't see the end. Like a goldfish's you-know-what.
Jesus Christ, what the hell's going on? I've seen a bit of the story, not all of it. The air in the room goes frigid at the Tanami-san's bizarre example. Was that intentionally awkward, or should I say something to back her up?
I'm sorry. Tamami-chan isn't very good at metaphors.
Hey, why'd you go with you-know-what? Are we not supposed to say goldfish poop?
Well, I don't think saying poop in and of itself would damage an idol. Though, when you go out of your way
Oh,
to
sorry about
avoid
that.
saying it like that, it just calls more attention to it.
Shut up!
What the fuck?
Jeez.
Tomoe-chan darts away as Tamami-san chases her, while Tomoe-san watches in exasperation. This suddenly became a sketch comedy. And that's when the last member standing next to Noe-san steps forth and smiles cheerfully. Her name was, right, Nozomi-san.
Come now, everyone. A lady should always be graceful.
Oh, where's my gun? I need to shoot myself.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Naoto Shirogane.
It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
Oh, Jesus.
I hope to make an impression on you.
I see, no wonder she's part of the same group as the other three. Nozomi-san seemed at first glance like someone you could talk to normally, as opposed to her colleagues, but it seems she won't be a cakewalk either. Naoto must have been thinking the same thing. When I look at her, she's desperately trying to relax her frozen expression as she responds to Nozomi-san.
Yes, well then.
It's already been
Alright,
27
that's
minutes.
enough,
Damn.
everyone. They're just amateurs, so try not to bother them too much.
Damn.
Oh, it's no bother. We're fine. Right, Senpai?
It was
It
nice.
was a pleasant change of pace.
Really? Yay! Then I'll keep right on bugging you.
No, please don't.
Okay, that's enough.
Thank God.
You two gotta know when to put the brakes on these girls. If you don't, you'll never hear the end of it.
Cool.
Who are these people anyway, Rise-senpai? And there's more coming, right? I heard they're your friends, but they're not your boyfriends, are they?
Why is that plural? Why?
Of course not. I mean, how would that even be possible?
And none of them are very attractive. Well, except Teddy, but he's a bit off.
But they are all important to me. They're my friends, more precious to me than anything.
For a moment, the four of them are at a loss of words upon hearing Rise's odd silence. Oh, hearing Rise, an odd silence settles. What's wrong? I don't think what she said was that weird.
Friends, huh?
That sounds so nice.
Then again, you could say you senpai is special to me.
I should probably get this clear. Rise she kinda likes us. More than anybody else. Like, how do I say this? You like him, but you're not sure yet.
Ooh, is that so?
Is that so?
That's a big no.
Cutting off my train of thought, Rise grabs my arm and clings like usual. Yeah, dense. I know she's joking, but Rise and I don't like her. Like, you afford to do something like that in front of other people?
Rise-san.
Oh dear. Well, I guess if anyone can get away with it, it's you, Rise-chan.
That reminds me, Inoue-san. You're done introducing everyone, right? We need to get started on our lesson.
You're right. We ought to get going in that case. Everyone, let's break until the evening interview. Could you stay in your dressing room so I can come get you later?
Okay.
The members of Kaname Kitchen reply in unison and bow before promptly and smoothly filling out the room. Maybe it's odd, but ever since I started coming to Takara Productions, I've seen a lot of people here automatically shift gears like this. They really are professionals. I suppose it goes to show that even these girls are entertainers through and through.
Please excuse us.
Oh yes! The TV spot for L&B is gonna start airing today. You should let everyone know. It'll be broadcast across Japan, so they should be able to see it in Inaba too.
Uh-huh.
Nice! Thanks, Inoue-san!
Inoue-san is the last to leave, and we're back to just the three of us in the studio. The sudden quiet is like the aftermath of a storm, Naoto mumbles almost involuntarily.
TV commercial. Oh, that's what we filmed the other day, yes? It's really going to appear on TV.
Is it finally hitting you? That's right, all our smiling faces will be on TVs all across Japan! So there's no backing out of this now, okay, Naoto-kun?
Come now. You needn't say it like that.
Sounds like a life or death situation.
I'll email everyone about the ad later. Let's get practicing.
I'm sure they'll be watching even if we don't tell them about it.
On that point, I agree. I doubt they'd ever miss festivities like this.
She has a point. I think of the faces of our friends in Inaba, but can't help to smile. The Love Meets Bond Festival TV commercial introduces all the participants of the event, so we're all participated in that filming too. We're going to appear on TV at this time and won't be on the same bizarre program that only comes on at midnight, the Midnight Channel. That does feel a little embarrassing, but it'd certainly be an exciting experience. Not to mention my friends are even more attentive to this kind of thing than I am. They're probably already invited to each other over and are waiting for the commercial's broadcast. The funny mental image brings a smile to my face.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. Let passionate songs and dance echo across the world. In addition to this all-star cast, there will be special guests. The talented devilish idol, Rise Kujikawa. The meaty idol group, Kanami Mashita and Kaname Kitchen.
Come join us at LMB Festival. We'll form a passionate bond with you all. Our meat's extra yummy, so...
Turn the corner.
Enjoy everyone! Oh, there we are! Where? Right there!
Huh? Yeah, but you sail on large flat screen TVs today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the place they're at is Junes. That night, Rise, Naoto, and I were still spending our time on dance practice at Taka Production Studio.
One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. Come on, Naoto-kun. Hey guys, let's stop for a bit.
This is intense. I didn't envision it to be this tough. It's all worked out in my head, but...
Well, there's your problem. You're thinking too much. You stiffen up like that. Some skill is necessary, of course, and you have to factor in the choreography, too. But once you have that, all you need to do is show how you feel by moving with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how it works? You, Senpai, what do you think about when you dance?
I just have fun.
I don't think of anything, really. I'm just having fun.
That's how it should be. Dancing isn't just about moving to the rhythm. It's expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you. If you're trying to get across the message that this is fun, then us dancers need to be having more fun than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Expressing one's feelings, huh?
I'm also eating a
Makes
cookie.
kind of sense now that you explain it. In ancient times, Dancing was a form of culture developed as a means of expressing one's faith and ideals without words. So then, it's not a matter of being good or bad at it. I must instead learn how to express myself without fear.
Come on now, Tokun. You're still overthinking it.
Yep.
It's like what Chie-senpai always says. Don't think, feel. In your case, you just gotta loosen up and enjoy yourself. Don't worry if you do a move wrong. Okay, let's try it from the top one more time.
Already? Can't we please, take a short break?
Rise so rain. Oh, sorry, I'm eating it. Give me a minute. Okay, Rise still raring to go, but it's clear to see that Naruto's legs are shaking, and she sounds flustered. A quick break might help. As I'm deciding now, I can help the situation. My cell that I set off to the side begins ringing loudly and vibrating. The call ID shows the name Yosuke Hanamura. Yosuke to the rescue.
It's Yosuke. I need to step out for a bit to take this.
Okay, then we'll start right after you come back.
Oh, I'm saved.
Hello? Yosuke?
Yo, partner. Are you okay to talk right now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Good.
The sound of a familiar voice online, I can't help but smile in relief. My partner in Inaba keeps talking in his unusual, careless, carefree tone.
Dude, we saw the commercial! We all gathered around the TV at Junes when it was on. Man, seeing that stuff got us all pumped up. Are we all celebrities now? Maybe I should start working on my autograph.
Wouldn't cut it too far.
That might be a good idea.
Anyway, we're heading over there tomorrow. We leave first thing in the morning, so I'm sure we'll get there before noon. Just wait until you see where all our training has gotten us.
I look forward to it.
Even at our first practice, Yosuke surprised us with it. Yeah. Sorry, the thought of him dancing is just silly. Yosuke surprised us all with his naturally deft moves. The video that Rise has been recording only proved he's getting better and better. It's been a while since then, so I'm sure he'll be show us a dance as amazing as he says. Lost in thought, I picked up on the sounds like arguing on the other side of the call. It's already starting. I can easily picture what's happening on their end. And I end up smiling despite myself.
Dude! Teddy, hold your horses! You'll get your turn, so hey!
Hello, is this Sensei? I'm doing very well.
Ah, jeez, it's not the bear buns.
Oh yeah? I'm glad to hear that.
Teddy is a resident of the TV world that we met through in the case we solved. Yeah, this is spoilers, so there's a thing called the Midnight Channel, and during that time you could see, well, they thought you could see your soulmate, but it's actually the people who were going to be murdered. You can actually go in it, and he was in a bear costume. Still, he's an important friend as the rest of us. Right now, he lives at Yosuke's. Normally, he wears his trademark bear fur, and the local kids know him as the mascot of the department store Junes. However, judging by the tone of his voice, he must be making his inner form as a young man right now. Sounds like he grabbed Yosuke's cell away, though. He might end up regretting that.
I bet it must be lonely without me there, but don't you worry about that. I'll be coming with the others tomorrow to get married to you, Sensei.
Why would you say that? That's just awkward.
That should be interesting.
Nana-chan and Pops are coming too, of course. Let's see, what other news is there? Huh? Ah!
On the other end, it sounds like Teddy turned around him, and a melodramatic scream rings out. I shift the phone a little further from my ears. Business as usual. I guess that Yosuke just got back and saw Teddy's with the swipe phone. I think I know well enough to work out what happens next.
Damn it, Teddy! I was still talking to him.
No, Yosuke, violence isn't the answer.
It's always the answer.
Sounds like you two are still getting along.
What gave you that idea? Anyway, that's the gist of it. We're coming tomorrow. Tell Rise and Naoto we said hi. See ya!
See you tomorrow.
Huh? Are you done with the studio, Yukun?
No, we are not. I turn to a familiar voice and see Inoue-san standing there with a can of coffee in his hand. A can of coffee. A can of coffee. What? It seems pretty late already, though. Being the manager of a teen idol must be pretty demanding job.
No, not yet. I was just taking a call.
Ah, I see. By the way, I'm sorry about the commotion this afternoon. Is Rise-chan still with you?
Yes, she's helping us rehearse.
That reminds me, I don't think I've thanked you yet. I'm still surprised that you agreed to perform. Would you like some coffee?
A can of coffee. I graciously accept the coffee and answer Inoue-san's smile with one of my own. Agreed to perform, Inoue-san most likely referring to the backup dancing at L&B.
Thank you. We were surprised too. I never thought we'd be asked to perform with Rise in her comeback show.
Rise-chan insisted on it as soon as her spot at the festival was decided. As close as you all are to her, you're still just ordinary folks. To be honest, I was against it seeing you rehearse convinced.
Oh shit, sorry.
I knew then this would be a great show.
Is that so?
I've been working in this industry for quite a while now, you know. I've developed a sixth sense as a manager.
Really?
There's no question that Rise-chan changed after getting to know you all. She always had something special that shined from within, but I feel like that's been polished to an even brighter gleam.
Really?
When Rise-chan's with you, she seems to glow even more than usual. That's why I decided to place my bets on all of you. Give you a place on the reborn Rise Kujikawa's big debut.
Interesting. Are we forgotten?
We'll
do our best.
I hope I'm not just putting more pressure on by telling you this.
That's fine.
I'm serious though. There's no need to worry. We're professionals. If you and your friends give 100%, then we'll amplify that energy and put on a hell of a show for the audience.
Damn right.
As your friend's manager, I'll give you all the support I can as well.
Mm-hmm. Inoue-san usually seems like a fairly stoic person, but when he talks about Rise, his face really lights up. I guess even as a competitive showbiz professional, Rise has that much charm. I am filled with sudden pride and relief from both his praise of Rise and his confidence in us. I can only reply with a grateful nod.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot I was in a hurry. I'll talk to the management, so go ahead and keep using the studio. Make sure you're not up too late, though.
I understand. By the way, what's your hurry?
Oh, it's probably nothing. Although, you haven't seen the Kanamin Kitchen girls, have you? Or someone that looked like them, maybe?
No, I haven't seen them. The only time I did was when you were introducing us.
That's all right then. I'm sorry if I said anything to worry you. Well, I should head to a meeting now, so I'll see you later.
See ya. I recall the 4 idols I met this afternoon as I considered the situation. They may not be on Rise's level, but they are big names for Takara Productions. It seems odd that Inoue-san, a manager, would ask me where their whereabouts. He looks somewhat flustered as well. Could have something happened? As I puzzle over it, someone bolts in front of me and trips, flailing wildly. Oof. Would have been funny if the floor was waxed. Just go shh. Seeing her skid across the waxed floor of the hallway like a baseball player sliding home catches me a bit of surprise. an extreme fall like that, she might be not be up for talking.
Are you alright?
Face first. That really hurt. Oh, someone saw me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's nothing. I'm fine. I'll leave. Quietly, calmly, and right away. And with that, I'm gone.
The girl babbles on, and before she zooms off at full speed, like a clumsy tornado. What was that about? She took quite a fall. Did she hurt herself? Actually, I guess I've been off the phone with Yosuke for quite a while now. If I make the others wait any longer, Rise will probably get impatient and get Naoto up and practicing again. And if that happened, Naoto would definitely hold a grudge against me. It's probably best if I hurry back to the studio. Having reached a conclusion, I quickly head back with coffee in hand to where Rise and Naoto are waiting.
Hey, there you are, Senpai.
Welcome back.
Here it is, the pre-LMB report. Wow, somebody's already uploaded the vid.
When I get back, I find Rise and Naoto in a conversation while looking at their cell phones. Rise beckons me over, and I sidle behind them. Looks like they were looking at the websites affiliated with the LMB Fest. I look at the phone screen as well, and see a reporter with 4 members of Konami Kitchen we met this afternoon.
Sure enough, it's the girls we met earlier.
We're live with the members of Konami Kitchen. Any comments for your fans? Yes. Well then, I'm Tomoe Sayama, your soft lamb. I may be a good game, but one bite and you'll be hooked.
I forgot they're named after animals.
Come to Love Meets Bonds, and I'll see to it you have the time of your life.
Great.
Hiya! I'm Tamami Uesugi, your fluffy hen, and delicious to the bone. I'm always #1, and so's my soup stock.
What the fuck?
I'm in this thing, so you better come see me. If you don't, I'll never speak to you again.
Okay.
I'm Sumomo Ujima, everyone's piglet. I'm a pudgy ball of fun who rolls around all day, every day. Yay! Come play, everyone. If you don't spend time with me, I'm gonna cry.
I am Nozomi Nakahara, your noble stag. As powerful as I am beautiful, my gallantry will sweep you off your feet. I look forward to an amazing night spent together. This Love Meets Bonds festival will be a special day for ourselves and you.
I see. It's an interview with the members of Konami Kitchen since they're performing at LMB. In any case, that had quite an impact. Should we think of a greeting like this too? My gaze drifts while I'm lost in thought, and Naoto mutters, sounding a bit overwhelmed.
Those are some unusual taglines. A lamb, hen, piglet, and stag? I suppose it's unique, but...
Well, their
Weird.
whole shtick as an idol group is that they're all edible meats.
Jeez. Wait, a stag? A stag is... You can eat a horse?
Edible meats? They're up for consumption?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many idols nowadays, you won't survive if you don't stand out from the crowd. Though that's not the only thing they have going for them. The battle between the corrupt, impossibly demanding producer and the poor, hard-working idols. That's another angle they're taking that's got them a lot of their current popularity.
Even though it's a bit weird. Just imagine your grandkids. Were you a hen?
A corrupt producer? Is that a common problem in the world of showbiz?
Oh no, it's not actually like that. That's just another strategy to get them over with the public.
Oh, jeez.
Then again, knowing her, I have to wonder if there isn't some truth to it.
Is that so?
It's the same one who's the overall producer of LMB. It just goes to show that it takes all kinds in this business.
From Rise's description, sounds like there's a lot of strategies like this in showbiz world. Interesting. The reporter on screen moves towards an even more flamboyant girl standing behind the other 4 members.
Well then, let's finish up with a word to the fans from Konami-san.
Oh, of course. Is Around Here okay?
I've seen her on TV before.
That's Konami Mashita. She's the lead member of Kanamine Kitchen. While I was on break, they started calling her the next Rosette. It's frustrating, but she's definitely hot right now. Even with my comeback, I keep wondering if I can come out on top anymore. Wait a sec. Okay, she's definitely had a boob job. Hello, I'm Konami Mashita, your prize cow.
Cow?
My weight is marbled, my movement is slow, and I sleep off every meal. Everyone, join me in wishing that the weather will be bright and sunny on the day of the festival.
Dear God.
It's been hot lately, and we all get sweaty in the sun, so make sure you bathe and brush your teeth while you're at it.
Nicely said.
Thank you, Konamine. And I take it you all have some closing remarks?
Of course. Well then, everyone, on the day of LMB, our meat will be extra delicious. So, enjoy every last bite.
That's all for our pre-Love Meets Bonds Festival
Jesus
report.
Christ.
Konami-san wasn't with the group when we saw them this afternoon.
Inoue-san mentioned she was doing PR for her solo photo book.
To be honest, Konami sells much more than the other 4. I mean, the group's named after her.
I've been feeling this way since filming the TV commercial, but all those appearing on stage for this event will be industry professionals, no? Maybe amateurs like us shouldn't participate in this after all.
There you go with that again. Don't worry about it. When it comes to outsized personalities, we're a match for Konami's group.
I'm not so sure that's something to be proud of.
Me neither.
I said you'll be fine. Anyway, it's getting late. Why don't we get in one last run through before calling it a night?
It's that late already? Yosuke-senpai and the others will be here tomorrow. We'll want to be as ready as we can for the joint rehearsal. Well, that being said, I'm utterly spent. Please, let me sit out on this one.
What? Seriously? Okay, then go ahead and kick back, Naoto-kun. You've still got some juice left though, right, you senpai?
Sure, I can keep going.
That's what I'm talking about. Give this last one everything you got. All right, you senpai. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Oh, we already did the tutorial. I let the adrenaline from the dance fade and take a deep breath to calm my pulse. Today's practice tired me out, but it looks like I managed to dance through it. I don't want to sound pretentious or anything, but I think I've been moving a lot more smoothly lately. In the beginning, all I could hope for was to get through the steps. Kind of strange that I'm getting used to this when it's used to be such an ordeal.
Good job. We haven't been practicing long, and you've improved so much already.
Oh, that was amazing to watch, Senpai. I must improve my own performance to match.
If only we were watching it. At Rise Naoto's praise, I swear I'll return. Then take a moment to towel off. That's when I hear slow clapping from the room's entrance. We all glance over.
Huh? Miss Ochimizu?
Oh no. At Rise's words, my attention goes to the woman leisurely striding towards us. From elegant former appearance, I get a sense of pride, dignity, and unmistakable authority. The demeanor. Could she be the overall producer of LMB Fest that Rise mentioned?
Indeed. It was most impressive. I even left my meeting early to see for myself how things were going.
Do you need something? We're in the middle of rehearsal.
Oh, Jesus, old hag.
I wouldn't have come if I had no business here. How low Takara Productions has fallen. I only permitted this farce because Inoue begged me. Rise Kujikawa, don't tell me that you intend to put these children on a stage. They're barely at the level of a school performance.
Oh, fuck off.
I think I explained before, but we have the organizers' approval for my friends to come on stage with me. My fans are cheering for us, and my agency made the call that this will be a good way to push my name.
Yes, I'm sure your fans would say that. Though I'm curious to know what the fans of the other idols, who have no interest in Rise Kujikawa, would think of it.
Well, fuck them.
That's...
My apologies. I retract the question. It's useless asking you anyway, as you're nothing but a pretty face.
Nothing but... That's just rude!
What good can come of complaining to a plastic dress-up doll? Your puppet masters are the ones who should know their place. That would be Inoue, or in fact, Takara Productions as a whole.
Jesus. Oh, that's right. Outrage flashes across Rise's face, and the room suddenly tense. This could get ugly. This producer Ochimazu is someone she's a bit of a bitch, saying is correct. But it isn't something we're take lying down. It's not just Rise, either who can keep a better handle on her emotions. Naotai and I are feeling that same of anger. Before Rise had a chance an outburst, I stepped forward to make comment with a direct Ochimazu.
Senpai!
We'll get it done. All of us. I hope you'll see.
Oh, I will. You can count on that. I don't intend to compromise on quality, even if I must work with amateurs. No event that I produce will feature any perfunctory performances. Practice until you drop. You're free to make a fool of yourself in here, but no mistakes will be tolerated on the stage.
Jeez. So Ochimazu makes her brief speech in the same curt tone, unfazed by my gaze, and then turns on her heel, heading for the door. No wonder she's risen so high in the world of show business. Though part of me is impressed, I squash that feeling and continue staring at her as she walks away.
And again, it could be that your moment in the spotlight will be removed entirely. Rise Kujikawa, depending on what happens, I may have you pair up with Konami at LMB. The new set list will be released tomorrow. Once it's settled which way we'll go, I'll contact Inoue about our decision.
Huh? Wait, I don't understand what you're talking about!
You don't need to understand. Just do what you're told. I've already discussed this with Takara Productions. If we go that direction, then your friend's presence won't be required.
Excuse me, but our friends will be here tomorrow. And they're traveling quite a distance just to perform at this festival.
My sincerest apologies for that. We'll have seats reserved so that they may enjoy the concert.
What a bitch! So Ochimazu abruptly exits, leaving us in shock. What's going on here? I'm struggling to grasp on what just happened. Won't we be formed? Oh my god, I have a problem. Naoto must be thinking the same thing. When I met her eyes, she looks as bewildered as I am.
What was that about? I'm gonna go have a talk with Inoue-san about this.
Rise-san. She's gone. What's going on here?
All we can do is wait and see for now. Once Rise gets back, let's ask her if she learned anything.
Sorry, my friend Parker sent me something.
Yes, you're right. I just hope she doesn't do anything reckless. Rise-san?
It isn't Rise at the door, but a strangely familiar girl. Where have I seen her before? I don't know, maybe the one who smashed her face into the tile floor. Right, she's the girl I saw earlier in the hallway who had a nasty faceplant.
Excuse me, is Ms. Ochimizu,
Chimizu? Oh, you mean the producer. She left a moment ago.
Saying not to look to me for confirmation. Nod to the girl before us in insurance. More importantly, I forgot to ask earlier, but I hope she didn't hurt herself too badly when she tripped.
Oh, okay. Oh man, what am I gonna do?
Excuse me, but you are?
Senpai, you're not gonna... Huh? Konami, what are you doing here?
Whoa, it's Rise-senpai. Way too long time no see.
After Rise bursts through the door, the girl greets her cheerfully, as if they know each other. This place is a showbiz office, so it's only natural that Rise acquaintances would be here. However, we were a bit caught off guard. And I think Rise called this girl Konami just a moment ago. Wait, is she really?
Sorry, Rise, but can you explain to us what's going on here?
Oh, right. Let me introduce you guys. This is Konami Mashita, lead member of Kanami Kitchen.
Konami-san? Wait, the same one who was in that video?
Mm-hmm.
Surprised? Konami's like this whenever she's not on camera. She's all reserved and boring looking. It's a lot different than her image when she's on the job.
And that's simply how it works? But she seems like a completely different person.
I get that a lot.
She really does seem completely different. It's hard to believe that Konami-san is the same Konami-san in that video. Still, now's not the time for that. We need to hear what Rise's come back to tell us. I'm sort of out of thought and take a deep breath before looking to Rise.
That aside, Rise, what were you about to say before?
Oh, right. I couldn't find Inoue-san, but I overheard something weird.
Weird, you say?
Yeah. Have you heard anything, Konami? About Nozomi and the others disappearing?
Disappeared? The Kanami Kitchen girls?
Yep.
Yeah. Looks like they can't get a hold of them at all, and everyone's running around looking for them. I bet that's why Miss Ochimizu said those things earlier.
Rise's revelation is enough to shock us all into brief silence. They can't get in contact with the members of Kanami Kitchen. We just met them this afternoon. I see. That must have been all the reason Noe-san asked me earlier if I had seen them. And as Miss Ochimizu, this would explain why she suddenly ordered Rise to pair with Konami-san, and that's why she told us we may not be performing. At the moment, everything connects. Next to me, Nata rests her hand against her chin, thoroughly, as if making deductions.
I see. If they remain missing until the day of the festival, there'll be an opening in the lineup. Miss Ochimizu, worried about this possibility, mentioned her suggestion about Rise-san and Konami-san performing as a pair.
But we just saw those girls this afternoon. Would the producer go to those links just because she lost contact with the group for a few hours?
Probably. This is Miss Ochimizu we're talking about. I know about that discussion already. Ms. Ochimizu told me it'll work out as long as you're around.
Damn.
Still, I can't help but worry about them. That's why I was looking for Ms. Ochimizu.
It'll work out. But they're the rest
Can
of
I
your own
stop this?
group.
well, that's all for today. Tomorrow I will be streaming this again.